Hi, Naukri Learning viewers. We have yet another aspect of discussion in this video, and you will get to know how to get into cybersecurity as a beginner. We will not only discuss the job roles and the skills that you need, but you will also get to know some very valuable all-round resources where you can pick up these skills from. So for this, we have Debashish Acharya, who will be presenting today, and he has more than 12 years of experience in this field and is a thorough cybersecurity professional. If you guys have any questions later on after watching this video, you are free to post your questions in the comment box below. And without any further delay, Debashish, you can begin.
Thanks, Niharika. Thank you to Naukri Learning as well for this opportunity. And my name is Debashish. Niharika has already introduced me, and I have overall 12 years of diverse experience into the IT industry across various domains like cybersecurity, cloud, DevOps, and ERP. And in this session, I'm going to talk about how to get into cybersecurity as a beginner. These are some of the job roles that are out there. So when someone can, enter into the cybersecurity industry as a beginner. So cybersecurity analyst or information security analyst. So actually information security is a bigger umbrella and cybersecurity is a subset of information security. But you may see both of these, job titles or job roles in the market. So next we have SOC analyst or SOC engineer. Mostly you will see SOC analyst. So this is very hot job role in the market. So it's a very good time to get into the cybersecurity industry as a SOC analyst. Next we have cybersecurity engineer or cloud security engineer. So actually it is cybersecurity engineer, but why I have cloud security engineer is because most of the enterprises are having a presence in the cloud. So they have adopted a public cloud like Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud, right? So you are expected to have some cloud skills when you are looking for a job as a cybersecurity engineer, right? And the next, that's the most important, last but not the least, we have network security engineer or network security administrator. All right, let's take a look at some of the fundamental skills that one should acquire if you are looking for a job or looking to get into cybersecurity as a beginner. So the first is that you should have basics of computers and information technology. So this is something that is covered in the technical curriculum if you have if you have completed your Bachelor of Technology or any technical curriculum on computers. So that same can be refreshed. Otherwise, don't worry. So we have covered few links or few resources further in the session. So that should help you gain the basic skills or basic knowledge about computers and information technology. Right. Next, we have basics of OS. So Windows and Linux, as most of you must be knowing, these are the two most widely used operating systems in the market. And right now, we also have good presence of Mac, Android, and iOS as well in our mobile devices. But what is expected is you should at least have basic knowledge about Windows and Linux operating systems. Right. So next we have computer networking. So again, this is very important, and you should understand the basic network components, the protocols, the reference models like OSI layer and the TCP/IP layers, right? So these are something very basic computer networking concepts that you should be aware of. And next we have scripting and automation. Again, scripting and automation is a very important aspect because scripting is used to protect the network assets or infrastructure assets from cyber attacks. So when you protect a huge number of assets at a scale, and then scripting and automation is very necessary, right? And next we have cloud fundamentals. I have already mentioned, so cloud has been adopted by most of the companies at this point in time, and they are using multiple cloud technologies like AWS, Azure, GCP. So if you have cloud fundamental knowledge um, on one or multiple cloud, that is very impressive for the you know for the job market. Uh, so next we have something non-technical, but it is very important. Attention to detail. Because attention to detail is something that every cybersecurity professional should possess, because most of the cybersecurity roles will expect you to find a needle from a haystack, right? So to find a needle from a haystack, you should have attention to detail. Uh, so that is again another important skill I want to stress on. Next, again another non-technical thing, but very important, which is analytical thinking. You may not possess it right now, but over a period of time on the job, you should somehow acquire and learn it. So this is again very important, especially for analyst roles. Next, strong communication skills. I cannot stress anymore on this. And strong communication skills is important for any role in the IT industry, but it is again critical skill for cybersecurity. Because imagine when your company you are working for is going through a cyber attack. So communication is, paramount here. Communication is very important because you have to communicate with your team members, with stakeholders, with law enforcement, and a lot of other departments, right? So again, this is important aspect: strong communication skills, both written as well as verbal, and the ability to work under pressure. I don't want to, make you afraid, but cybersecurity is an area where there's a lot of pressure, because again, cybersecurity professionals will be under pressure because most of the tasks require precision. So you have to be accurate, you have to be time sensitive, uh, especially when your company is undergoing attack. You have to be time sensitive, you have to take action very fast. So that is why cybersecurity professionals are always under pressure, or maybe I can say it the other way around. That you should possess the ability to work under pressure, because you might be, uh, might be uh, facing might be facing such pressure situations multiple times in your career, right? And the last one is about certifications. There are some basic certifications that people who are aspiring to get into cybersecurity they should possess. Because CompTIA A plus is not related to security, but it is very much important because it covers most of the aspects of system administration. So that covers a lot of fundamental skills that is required to uh, succeed in the cybersecurity industry. Then CompTIA Security Plus, as the name suggests, that is covering many fundamental aspects of security, and it is one of the most popular beginner level certifications in cybersecurity. So I would recommend, this is a must have for anyone who is looking to get into cybersecurity as a beginner. And then CCNA is very popular, networking fundamental certification from Cisco. This is an age-old certification, and the people, especially who are aspiring for a role in network security, they should go for this. But anyone, for that matter, who is trying to get into cybersecurity as a beginner, they should get one of these certifications, or if you get all of these, that is great. So moving on, we have few resources here to help you gain the fundamental skills on cybersecurity. So the first link is a YouTube link about Windows fundamentals. So this will teach you, or what is covered here is Windows Server fundamentals and everything about the Windows operating system, Active Directory configurations, and lot of aspects about the Windows security. This will be very helpful to gain knowledge on Windows operating system. The next link is about Linux operating system. This in this video, a lot of aspects of uh, Linux security is covered. So you may not get everything about Linux, but whatever is required from a security standpoint, everything is covered in this video. Uh, the next one is a link about CCNA certification, which is Cisco Certified Network Associate. And this is a free playlist, free videos to help you, prepare for the certification. And the last one is Python. Python is a scripting language. So we have a couple more popular scripting languages as well, like the Bash as well as PowerShell. But Bash and PowerShell is mostly used in the Linux and the Windows environments, whereas Python is platform independent. So that is why, so if you learn Python, and also it is easy to learn. So Python follows simple English. So syntax wise, you will not face much challenges. So that's why it is very important to gain Python knowledge. So that will help you in scripting and automation tasks. Yeah, so we got a couple more resources on the fundamental skills. So it is about cloud fundamentals. Uh, so Microsoft actually conducts virtual training days. So they publish the schedule very often. So you can check that on this link. So I would recommend people to at least go for the Azure Fundamentals course, as well as the free certifications that comes bundled with this, and also the security, compliance, and identity fundamentals that will be very, very useful for a career in cybersecurity. Right. So another free resource is from AWS, which is the leader in the public cloud domain. So this is AWS Foundations Learning Plan, and this will actually help you prepare for the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner certification exam. So this training is free, but the certification is a paid one, and you can always go for it to learn about the basics of cloud computing as well as AWS. All right, so that's about the fundamental skills. Now let's discuss about the cybersecurity or information security analyst job role. All right, we had 4 job roles as you saw in the initial slides. So the first one is cybersecurity analyst or information security analyst. All right, so this is an entry level job role again that requires people to be a little flexible about what job role they're looking for. So so this job role, the companies may expect you to conduct application security assessment, application security testing, or they may expect you to work on security governance and compliance tasks, right? They may expect you to work on information security operations, wherein you'll be reviewing the processes, the policies, and will be uh, you know flagging any process violations or any policy violations, right? So such kind of roles might be expected, uh, and also the skills mentioned here might look mixed up, but then these are some of the common skills that are found in the job descriptions of such a role as a cybersecurity analyst or architect. Sorry, as a cybersecurity analyst or information security analyst. Um, so the skills required here are VAPT, which stands for Vulnerability Assessment and Penetration Testing. So VAPT, basically you do vulnerability assessment for applications and for the servers, for the databases using tools like Nessus and Qualys, right? So you can always learn about those tools. So we will cover the resources in the next slide. And Burpsuit is an application security assessment tool as well as pen testing tool. They also have some free resources that you can use to learn. Burpsuit is very popular. It is found in many job descriptions in the market. And Metasploit is again another common or popular pen testing tool. So it may not be very, very necessary, but yeah, if you are going for Burpsuit, you may not go for Metasploit, but yes, if you have curiosity to learn more, go for Metasploit as well. OWASP stands for Open Web Application Security Project. So they actually, publish application security resources to be that is leveraged by many companies to secure their web applications. So it is always good to learn about the OWASP top 10 threats that are affecting the applications. So if you Google for OWASP top 10, you'll get a lot of resources on that. And then ISO 27001. So ISO stands for International Standardization, International Organization for Standardization, right? 27001 is meant for the information security management systems. So these standards are actually published jointly by the International Organization for Standardization and the International Electrotechnical Commission, right? So these standards are widely used across the industry. It is very good to learn this to improve your aspects in getting into the cybersecurity industry. Then Mitre attack is actually a global, knowledge base. So they actually, post a lot of resources about the attackers' tactics and techniques. So based on the real world examples, right? So based on the attacks that the companies have suffered so far, so those attack types and those attack methods are mentioned in the MITRE attack website. So it is useful in threat modeling, security architecture, and as well as defending your network from security attacks. So this is again an important resource to learn, and you may be asked about these frameworks or these resources in the interviews. So the OWASP top 10 or ISO 27001, MITRE, and again PCI DSS is something that protects the payment cards industry, the debit cards, credit cards that we use. So PCI DSS defines the standards to protect those information from attackers, right? NIST CSA, which is actually gold standard, the controls that is followed by most of the companies in the industry. And NIST CSF, NIST stands for National Institute of Standards and Technology, and CSF stands for Cybersecurity Framework. It's very, very popular. Just 5 pillars, and you can get into the NIST website to learn about those. CEH certification, again, one of the most popular cybersecurity certification for beginners. You can go for it to improve your chances of getting into the cybersecurity industry. Learning options, you can always go for YouTube videos, which are of course free, and then the tools, some of the tools like Dropsuite, Metasploit, you can go to the website of those tool manufacturers, and you can download and practice those tools as well to get hands-on experience. Bug bounty programs, catch the flag, CTF, right? So these things are also conducted. These programs are conducted by many companies now. You can get onto many such resources available in the internet, and you can practice bug bounty and CTF. That is very useful. It will definitely give you an edge over your peers in the market, right? And so growth. Talking about the growth as a cybersecurity analyst or as an information security analyst, you can grow to become a pen tester. You can, also become a senior information security analyst in the team. You can become an information security auditor. So you can also become a senior cybersecurity engineer because you have worked on so many tools. So you are well poised for a senior cybersecurity engineer role as well. And DevSecOps is very popular now in the market. So if you have worked on tools like Dropsuite, Metasploit, and if you have good knowledge on OWASP, so you are good to go for a DevSecOps engineer role as well. It is really good and very much in demand in the market right now. So average salaries, talking about average salaries for a cybersecurity analyst, so it will be on an average 5 lakhs per annum. That is, for an entry level. Of course, as you grow, as per your knowledge and as per your confidence, you can are much higher than that. Companies that are hiring right now, companies like Capita, Shieldfight, Infosec, and we have IB Media and Research, GPC Regulatory. So these are some of the companies that are hiring for cybersecurity analysts right now. So these are some of the resources. So you can click on the link and you can actually go through those. Figure is the manufacturer of suit application security assessment tool. And then we have NISS, which is very popular in the vulnerability assessment space. There is actually YouTube video you can watch and follow, and also download the tool to do some practice. Uh, then we have ISO 27001. So there's a very good course on Cybery website, cybery.it. So you can go through this course to get some knowledge on the ISO 27001 standards. PCI DSS, I have provided the link for from the PCI Council itself. So you can go through this. There are few resources available to help you get started and get an overview of the PCI DSS framework or standards. And MITRE attack, this link is from the MITRE attack site itself. So MITRE.org, it is a non-profit institute that hosts a lot of resources on the attack approach techniques. You can go through that, and if you want to uh, go for a course on MITRE attack framework, so there is a very good course available on cybery.it website. You can go through this course as well. And CH certification. So this is the website. Here's the link for CH certification, which is provided by EC Council, and that's the parent organization. So yeah, so these are some of the resources. You can always explore the sites like Cybery, Udemy, YouTube as well. I mentioned. So we have next on the list, we have SOC analyst or SOC engineer. So the primary skills for a SOC analyst is SIEM tool, which is stands for Security Information and Events Management. So SIEM is actually the heart of any SOC. So SOC, again, SOC stands for Security Operations Center. So they analyze all the logs coming in from different tools and applications and devices, and they look for threats or any possible threats or attacks being happening across the environment, right? So for this, a lot of analysis of the logs is required on real time or near real time. So that is how I mentioned about SIEM, and IDS stands for, again, uh, intrusion detection system, intrusion prevention system, firewalls, and a lot of other devices actually feed logs into the SIEM. So SIEM is a primary skill for SOC analyst. Okay. And MITRE attack we discussed in the previous slide. You can go through those resources. This is again very important skill for a SOC analyst or SOC engineer. Log analysis, yes, good to have exposure to all the various different types of logs, device logs, syslog, application logs, and all. And threat hunting, again, another important aspect. You should be able to look for any deviations in the logs or in the behavior of be it behavior of an employee, behavior of human behavior, or maybe machine behavior, right? So that is very much necessary as a SOC analyst. And good to have skills. EDR stands for stands for endpoint detection and response. XDR stands for extended detection and response. So again, security orchestration and automation and response, and cloud skills. These are good to have skills as a SOC analyst. Learning options, you can learn from YouTube, and Cybery also has a good SOC analyst level 1 entry level training course. CH certification definitely helps as a SOC analyst. Udemy has a lot of courses, free as well as paid, and you can go for them. And yes, and tools OEM. So in the next slide we will see. So there is a lot of resources where you can download the tool and get some hands-on experience let's say SIEM, you have Splunk, you have Securonix, a lot of SIEM available in the market. In source space, you have Swimlane. Uh, so you can always download and have some good hands-on experience on those tools. As a SOC analyst or a SOC engineer, you can go to become a SOC analyst level 2 or level 3, which are more senior levels. You can become a tools SME. So there are a lot of tools used in the SOC, let's say vulnerability assessment tool, database activity monitoring tool, security information, and event management tool. You can become tools SME as well. You can become an incident responder. The incident responder has a very important role to play when an organization is undergoing attack. And threat intelligence engineer, that is also a very good role in SOC, very important, because threat intelligence engineer always gets the intelligence first-hand information and feeds into the SOC tools to protect the company from attacks. So the average salaries and the companies hiring are mentioned here. You can take a look on the job portals. So these are some of the resources. This is a free resource from Splunk, which is a leading SIEM provider or SIEM tool manufacturer, right? So you have education.splunk.com/free. So go onto this link and you can see good videos and walkthroughs. You can download the tool and get a hands-on. And this YouTube playlist also gives a very good, training on Splunk fundamentals. Nessus vulnerability assessment. This video will help you get started with Nessus VA. EDR threat hunting. So CrowdStrike is a company which has a lot of products in the EDR and threat hunting space. It is a market leader. So they conduct workshop every Wednesday. So you can get onto this link to look at the schedule and participate in those workshops. Those are hands-on workshops, and these are very good to get some hands-on experience and understand the tool and the concepts. Metro attack we have already covered in previous slides. Can go through this link or go to this cyber course. And there is a career path for SOC analyst level 1. So you can always explore this. Seal certification, which is a council link. And yes, there are a lot of webinars actually hosted by companies like Palo Alto, Swimlane, CrowdStrike, Sophos, McAfee, etc. And you can always attend those. So next job role we have cybersecurity engineer or cloud security engineer. So again, I will repeat, I have just clubbed together cloud security engineer here because a lot of companies have now presence in the cloud. So they are expecting the cybersecurity engineer to have some cloud exposure and cloud skills. So the skills required for a cybersecurity engineer are antivirus, anti-malware. So the tools like McAfee, Trend Micro, they provide good antivirus, anti-malware products. So it is good to have some skills that you can always download and practice. Then DLP tools like McAfee and Symantec. A lot of companies providing firewalls. We are expected to be able to uh, configure or administer firewalls. Then EDR, CrowdStrike, McAfee, and Micro, all these companies provide EDR products as well. Cloud security, I would say you can explore the security aspects when you are going through the cloud fundamentals course that I have covered earlier in this session. When you are going through those cloud fundamentals courses, you can pay deeper attention, more attention to the cloud security part. So what are the native cloud security features available across Azure and GCP? Then there is something called CSPM, which is Cloud Security Posture Management. CrowdStrike has a product on cloud security posture management. They do cover this in their workshop Wednesdays. So on Wednesdays, whenever you are available as per the schedule, you can attend that and gain some hands-on skills as well. Windows security, we are expected to have this Windows security skills, and that you will that you will get to learn in the Windows training link that I have provided earlier in the fundamental skills section. Active Directory administration, I think Microsoft provides one. I have mentioned in the next slide, and also you will learn the Active Directory skills in the Windows fundamental skills. Scripting, Python we have covered earlier. The learning options, same again, YouTube videos and OEM websites you can download and practice the free trial versions of the tools. Native Windows security features you can learn from the training programs or the videos, links, resources that I have shared. You can always sign up and learn the cloud native security. There is Azure, AWS, GCP free tier. You can sign up and learn those as well. Cybersecurity has a system administrator career path. We can explore this. This gives a very good, this covers very good, what you say, the curriculum to help you prepare for a cybersecurity engineer role. And ISSQL SSCP certification is also another very good certification. If you complete this, you will learn a lot of aspects on system administration, system security aspects that will help you good job ready for cybersecurity engineer role. So growth in this role, you can become a senior cybersecurity engineer, you can become a cybersecurity architect, you can even become a data security engineer or architect, right? So average salary is 6 to 9 lakhs per annum, and these are some of the companies that are hiring currently. So these are the resources. Fundamental skills we have already covered: cloud, Windows, Linux, networking, scripting, and Cybersecurity career path, the system administrator career path that is very useful for this job role. Active Directory. So this is a free training provided by Microsoft. You can explore more on this link. CSPM, EDR, within CrowdStrike, market leader in these technologies. Attend those workshop Wednesdays and go through white papers. You will get a lot of good learning from this. SSCP certification. This is the link for SSPL SSCP certification. Next, last but not the least, again, we have network security engineer or administrator. The skills required here is basically the network components, the routers, the switches, the LAN, the firewall. So you are expected to know the basics of these tools, of these network components. Right, network is very critical component of any infrastructure. So learning in depth about these tools, these components will be useful for your role, and it will be also helpful for whichever company you are working for. The learning options for network security engineer, so you can go for CCNA, so that I've covered in the fundamental skills part. So CCNA is again a very good entry-level certification for this job role. And CompTIA Network Plus certification, that is also another popular entry-level certification for people aspiring for a network security job role. Cybersecurity do have another good course on network engineer career path. Then we have another one from EC Council called Network Security Fundamental Certification. So the growth in this job role, you can become a network design and implementation engineer, you can become a network architect, network designer, network defender. You can even be part of the network operation center, which is for now. You can work as a L2 or L3 resource on that setup. Average salaries for beginner 6 lakhs per annum, and these are some of the companies those are hiring for network security engineer, right? And some of the resources for this job role. So fundamental skills, again, we have already covered earlier in this session: CCNA, cloud, Python. Python is again very important when it comes to network security because a lot of automation is involved in managing and administrating networks. So Python is another important skill here. So these are the links: Cybersecurity network engineer career path. This is the link for CompTIA security, CompTIA Network Plus certification, and also The last one is from EC Council. It's an entry-level certification. So that's it from me. Hope you get onto cybersecurity career after viewing this video. This will be helpful to you. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, Devashish. I'm sure that you got a lot of information from this video. We will try to put in the links of the resources in the description box so you can easily access them and get to access those resources. Apart from that, for more such learning content, subscribe to Naukri Learning so that you keep getting updated of career related and upskilling related content that we come forward with. Thank you so much, Devashish.